go to report of credentials, and I'm going to call on Bill Billmeyer, secretary. He'll also give the notice of meeting, affidavit of mailing, and handle the minutes of our last annual meeting. Bill?
Thank you, Jerry. This is a credentials report. I, Roger L. Scott, chairperson of the Credentials and Elections Committee, having examined the list of members registered at this meeting, the members of West River Electric Association Incorporated, dated October 9, 2010, hereby certify that 305 members have registered. The total membership of West River Electric Association Incorporated as of October 9, 2010 is 11,615. 50 members constitute a quorum. Therefore, I do declare a quorum to be present, signed Roger L. Scott, chairperson of the Credentials and Election Committee. Was that not loud enough?
Pick the mic up, Bill. That way you talk into it. There you go.
Notice of annual meeting of members of West River Electric Association Incorporated, Wall, South Dakota. The annual meeting of members of West River Electric Association Incorporated will be held at 1 p.m. on Saturday, the 9th of October 2010 at the Wall Community Center in the town of Wall, county of Pennington, state of South Dakota, for the purpose of receiving reports of officers, directors, and committees, electing one director from each of the 3 districts for a term of 3 years to replace those directors whose terms expire, approving, ratifying, and confirming all the acts of the directors of the association and its officers taken prior to this annual meeting, transacting any and all business which may be necessary, convenient, or desirable in connection with any of the foregoing at said meetings or at any properly scheduled adjournments thereto. Dated at Wall, South Dakota, this 21st day of September 2010. Bill Billmeyer, secretary, West River Electric Association Incorporated. This is the affidavit of mailing, West River Electric Association. William Billmeyer, first duly sworn an oath, deposes and says that he is the secretary of West River Electric Association Incorporated, hereinafter called the association, that he directed the mailing of the notice of the annual meeting of the shareholder members of the association on October 9, 2010, by arranging for the depositing of such notice and postage thereon prepaid, addressed as aforesaid in the United States Mail on September 21, 2010. The above and foregoing are correct copies of said notice mailed as aforesaid. Signed, William J. Billmeyer, Secretary.
Put this down when you get done with it. At this time, the minutes were mailed out in the annual meeting report. What's your wishes? You want Bill to read those, or do you want to make a motion to approve as mailed? Second? All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Minutes are approved. Received, Bill. This time, we're going to introduce the special guest, and I would entertain a suggestion to not give them a round of applause until you're all done, unless there's somebody real special. Ron Renner, Golden West Board President. Lucille Heather, retired employee of West River. Gary Keyser, retired employee of West River. Stand up. Todd Eliason, Rushmore Electric. Todd's up here on the stage. Stand up. Mark Miller. Mike Urs, retired employee, just won a prize. Francis Post, retired employee. Kathleen Ann, District 30 candidate for South Dakota House. Dave Hahn, Mayor of Wall. Gordon Peterson, former senator. Stand up. Bruce Rambleberg, candidate, District 30 Senate. Denny Law, Gold West General Manager. Roy Heyman, former director, former employee, West River. Thank you, Roy. Wes Roth, Senator Simmons' office. Did we miss anybody? How about a hand? On behalf of the Board of Directors and employees of West River Electric Association, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you to our annual meeting of your electric cooperative, and to thank you, our member owners, for your continued support. I'm Jerry Hammerquist, and I'm honored to serve as your president of your Board of Directors and to work with the management, staff, and employees of your cooperative. I always enjoy the annual meeting and the privilege of updating you on our cooperative. On behalf of the entire board and management, this is an opportunity to share with you our assessment and review of the past year, and give you a look forward to what the future holds for West River Electric. This year you will see change in who my partner is on this speech. He's very nervous. On January 31st, 2010, our manager of 19 years plus, Jim Ball, retired. Your board of directors shows our manager of finance and administrative services, Dick Johnson, as our new CEO and general manager. Dick has worked in the rural electric industry for over 15 years and for West River Electric for 12 years. So he brings with him a good knowledge of not only West River Electric, but the cooperative industry. Most of all, Dick brings a strong commitment to you, the owners of West River Electric. Dick, welcome aboard.
Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Jerry. Nervous? Well, maybe just a little bit. But first off, I'd also like to welcome you for attending our annual meeting. I'd especially like to thank the Board of Directors for choosing me to serve as your next manager and to help steer the West River Electric ship towards continued success. I have a great team of staff and employees who will work hard with me to meet your needs. I'd also personally like to thank Jim Paul for his years of service to West River, and especially for his help and guidance during this transition from manager of finance to becoming your CEO and general manager. In our annual report and cooperative connections you recently received, Jerry and I referred to a quote by Winston Churchill that said, "A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty." I would like to use that as our theme for our annual meeting.
That's right, Dick. The electric utility industry is under the most intense pressure to change that it's probably ever seen. Many issues face us today and into the future. Unlike legislative mandates, regulation of carbon dioxide, or CO2 as it is called, yet a need for more generation to meet demand, a greater need for transmission to transport power when needed, a push for greater use of renewables such as wind and solar, and the normal increased cost of doing business and living that our members have experienced. This all adds up to one thing. No matter how you slice it or dice it, higher rates for all our members will be necessary to cover the increased cost of power and operation. However, we are optimistic that there are opportunities in these current difficulties. Your board has been working very hard every day to keep rates in line, yet at the same time provide the most reliable electric power our members have grown to expect and deserve. So at this time, I would like to introduce your West River Board of Directors, whom you have chosen to take this important responsibility as we move forward.